Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. Jean here with more oddities and artifacts from Mars. Odd geometric objects north of Coblentz. The high-rise photograph, I'll include the link to this below, is called Migrating and Static Sand Ripples on Mars. Acquired on the 11th of July 2013 at a resolution of 25 centimeters per pixel. And as usual, we're checking out anomalies are found in the JP2 black and white map projected file. There's a crop from the low-res JPEG, and we'll be checking out the anomalies scattered throughout this region. Located 52.3 degrees south, 267.11 degrees east, at the edge of this circular depression, and we can see Ionia Mons out there in the background towards the east, and we'll have a look at some of the other anomalies I've found up here to the north, not far from this region. And courtesy of NASA, we've got a high resolution wallpaper taken from the color RGB strip. If you read the write-up that goes with this high-rise photograph, NASA claims that these structures were formed due to wind erosion, but I don't know about this one. This one is about 4 to 5 meters in diameter, and if we zoom up close, we can see it's got the circular disc shape to it, and you can see from the shadow it casts, this is definitely a sort of a dome-like shape. And look at the symmetry with that center line going through there, and then on either side we've got those two narrow indentations, and it looks as if it's standing on top of some other slab or base. Look at that. Could this be some type of craft, maybe a little structure? So let me know in the comments below if you think this was formed due to wind erosion. It just looks a little bit too symmetrical in my opinion. Then also I'm comparing it to two other objects I found in part 2 and 3 of the discs and ruins of Pyramus Fossae. Check out the symmetry in these two objects as well. Also circular disc shapes to them, and these smaller little domes in the centers. Next object we're looking at looks like something that's folded over onto itself. This is a massive structural object. It measures about 12 by 14 meters. And up close we can check this triangular part that seems to be bent over this larger piece, the base at the bottom there, and that looks like a narrow rectangular opening. So also something caused by wind erosion, or is there some possibility of intelligent design behind this perhaps? And I'm comparing it to some other anomalies that I've found in part 2 and 3 of the discs and ruins of Pyramus Fossae. Also here we can see a triangular part, also extending over this larger base. And then on this one, also a little triangular part on a disc-shaped object there. So some similarities. We're looking at these objects located to the left, and we can also see there's an L-shaped piece over here. You've got straight edges to it, almost a 90-degree angle, and then next to it this eroded piece with this oval-shaped part there in the center, very similar to others we've seen throughout my videos on YouTube. The next object we're checking out is rectangular in shape, and it's about 12 meters long by about 8 meters wide. And if we zoom in on it, you can check it's got relatively straight edges and a right angle there, and then what could be either a hole there in the center or these protrusions to the left, casting that shadow, and that piece to the left over here looks as if it's layered next to this piece. So some strange geometry going on there. Then the next piece, very similar, also about 12 meters across, and in the center there we've got this little sphere that's about 1.5 to 2 meters in diameter. Over to the topography and surrounding anomalies using Google Earth Mars, and the photograph we analyzed is located over here. There's 3 scans that the high-rise has taken of this area, so very high interest in this specific spot. And for summary, just a quick look at some of the anomalies we covered. Very unusual disc-shaped object that. As I say, it might not be caused by wind erosion alone, who knows. Close by, we've got some more anomalies. Check these out. Very irregular shapes as well. This one almost like a disc shape with a little dome in the center. Another disc shape there. Check at the design of this item. There's another disc shape there with something casting that round shadow on top. So we're not going to check out all these, just have a brief look at some of the other things I've found. 2 disc-shaped objects, very similar in design, and this one seems to be parked or next to this opening. Almost looks like a type of a hangar opening that's been bent down over here. Epic destruction in this region of Mars as well. Check out this irregular shape. Another one of these disc shapes with a dome on it. Right, so let's check out the topography of this region. Go up to a nice elevation. And NASA calls that a circular depression. Sure doesn't look like a crater. So those anomalies are located in this dark patch next to the depression's rim, and it's this vast open plain, no real mountains or hills nearby. And then a quick reminder, you can find all these anomalies and links in my blog as well. And here's the one covering this video. You can find all the images there, as well as the 1:1 scale cropped images from the JP2. So with all that said, this concludes this brief short video. I hope you enjoyed it, found it informative as well as interesting. Do follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and as I say, over at my blog. And you'll also find me on paypal.me and Patreon. So if this resonates with you and you feel like donating, no matter how small the donation, I'll appreciate that very much. Also, new subscribers, remember to hit the notifications bell to receive notifications as soon as I upload my next video. Thanks again to all my regular subscribers and viewers. I appreciate your support, your comments, as well as your thumbs up. Do stay tuned. I'll be back with more Mars Anomalies soon. Ciao for now.